Hola amigos, the bite's brewing. The Supreme's got brand new engines, quieter, cleaner, and faster than ever. Conditions are shifting, and with more boats heading out soon, we're looking at prime time just around the corner. Hold tight, it's about to get fishy, creaky. This is cool. Dan Fook sponsored our trip and gave us some of the BBS hooks, which is this is what we killed the tuna on last year. So I'm gonna put this one in my pack box.
Just called out 100-pound minimum fish, 100 and bigger.
Oh, sometimes when that boat goes down, you think your line goes slack. So we've been up all night, really just running. We probably ran 300 miles down to Mexico, back up here to California. You know, everybody had to buy a fishing license this morning. Luckily the boat has Wi-Fi and we can do that. For California, because we weren't planning on fishing California, we were planning on fishing Mexican waters. However, we've been just running, and we only had one chance to throw on a kelp patty. Duncan got a nice yellowtail. However, it's not what we're looking for. So this is the first school that Captain Aliar has run across yet this morning. And because it's daytime, we're going light, right? We're using 100 to like 200 gram jigs. And that was a recommendation by Captain Aliar upstairs. So the guy knows his waters, the guy knows these fish. Whatever he recommends is generally what you want to do. So we're heeding his advice, and he said the school just went back under us. So we shall see what happens.
Number one, you're up on the kite. Number one, whoever number one is, Ash, port side.
There's one. Who's ticket number one?
We happen to be on our first bluefin of the trip.
They're gonna be big, man. That'll be a big one.
Brian Roberts just so happened to be rod number one. It bit a kite. These guys were working the kite really nice, and Aliar can see with the sonar exactly where the fish are up to 500 feet outside this boat and how high they were. He literally saw the fish come to check out the flyer we had on the kite, and he called it out. He's like 20 feet under that. Keep an eye, and bam, we got one on. So Brian Roberts took that rod, and we're working on this fish right here, and this is going to pop our cherry on bluefin tuna.
Well, we were looking for tunas all night long, and we didn't see any signs of fish except for whenever we stopped on the kelp patty and caught a yellow edge. But it's been hard.
Yellowtail.
Yellowtail, right? Yellowtail.
You must be from Florida.
Yeah. We haven't seen anything on the jig yet, but the kite has been hit 3 times, and this is the first time we've seen a fish come up. Oh, you got color, Mr. Brian. You're doing good. Yeah, it is a good fish.
Nice fish.
Yes, sir. Wow. Oh, no, don't move. Don't go the other way, you son of a...
He stopped.
All right, guys, wind him up. We'll try again here.
What do you think about that, Brian?
I think that's a monster. Oh my God. My arms are jelly.
That's a beast. Dang, he's a butterball.
Dude, check out the San Diego monster bluefin tuna caught on the kite, real flying fish. The crew here, man, just put in all the work. I just got to reel in this awesome fish. I am so stoked. Man, this just made the trip. I can just sit back and watch everybody else nail big bluefin. Man, this is awesome.
Biter!
You got a shark?
What happened?
What is that, bro? First
Drop
mako.
in the water for that.
I'll take it.
Dr. Manny is on a bluefin tuna on the jig using a Seaborg, one of the new model G800 Mega Twins. Thing's got 80 pounds of drag. He's got a great rod on it. He's got battery power connected directly to his reel, so he's totally mobile. I know he was just yo-yoing that jig up and down quick because he could do it with the Seaborg. And dude is tight right now in the Polaris Supreme on the jig, G800 Seaborg. This is crazy. I cannot wait to see what happens. Please put a comment in the comment section below if any of you San Diego guys use electrics recreationally to catch bluefin tuna. I want to know about it. Got him, G800 dude for the win. All right, Manny, what jig?
Oh, Manny!
Tuna teaser.
Well, night has arrived. It has been tough fishing. Nothing seems to want the jig. We only had one fish on the whole boat that was on a jig. However, we've seen vampire fishing turn on, and this is our chance to really make sure we make it home with some bluefin.
Alright guys, they kept going. They're pretty tight, so line them up, please.
Can I sneak under and all the way around the corner? Thank you. Under, coming under.
So coming through us, guys. 300 to 360 right now.
300 to 360. So my first color was pink. Next time I hit pink, 150. Next time I hit pink, it's gonna be 300. And that's all I need to know. So Captain Aliar is telling us exactly where these fish are. And it's our job to put our lures where the fish are. You know, he can only get on top of them, and there's 150. He can only get on top of them and tell us the depth. The rest is up to us. So my next pink should be 300. Ideally, I get picked up on the way down. There it is, 300. I'm gonna give it a real good slow pitch and just keep working, doing full cranks until hopefully I get in their face and one of them eats it.
All right, here we are. We're on day 3, and it's hard to believe that on our Polaris Supreme trip here. The fish have been incredibly challenging this trip. I think we were spoiled in years past, and I gotta be honest, I did come out here thinking, how could we have the same luck 4 years in a row? This has been a completely different trip. I did come into this trip with a vendetta to attack the daytime bluefin jigging hard. I want to see this jig be successful during the day, and I want to see it happen on the slow pitching and the fluttering of these jigs. Unfortunately, there's been one fish caught on the jig, and that was on the straight descent by a gentleman who's right behind you, Dr. Manny. It was fun to see that yesterday, but that's been the only jig bite. This is the calmest we've seen the ocean since we started fishing. Just got that beautiful Pacific mist going on.
Thank you, we're the only ones in this relationship that want to play for now. We're looking about it.
Captains, we're stopped on fish right now that he's marking. He's telling us what's going on. But so this daytime right now, I started my morning out with the SJ Railer 2 and my 800N, but from last night I've got a 1-drop 320 Ghost on, and I really like trying to use this, especially daytime, because of the smaller profile. If you ever fish here, you'll hear the mates and the captains instructing, you know, daytime, shrink down the profile. It's a logical solution when the fish and the bite is tough, is let's go with a smaller profile. They seem to key in on that. The 1-drop will do that for you. Yesterday I did everything from using my Railer 2, using my Railer 1. I even did quite a few drops on our Trinity Power 4 with 130, 150, 180 gram jigs, just really small stuff. When the bite's not on and the fish aren't chewing, that's when you have to start going out of the box and trying just different things that maybe you've never even thought of before. Like, try it, like anything. If you can find something that works, that would be incredible and amazing and successful and rewarding. So I actually like those opportunities when when nothing else is working, like what else can I come up with to try to see if it will work? And just going obnoxiously small on the jig, or like matching the rod action to that jig size. Like even I was using a Trinity 4 yesterday on a 150 gram jig. Like what if I matched my rod action Trinity 2 for the weight of the jig that it was, right? And had really, really appropriate action. And I say to myself, I'd rather get a bite and not be able to handle the fish and lose the fish than not get a bite at all, right? And the mates and the crew might not like hearing that, but at the same time, if you're not getting a bite versus you find something that does get a bite, at least you're figuring out how to get a bite, right? And then we'll worry about landing the fish later.
How about trying a stick bait?
There you go.
They're at 100 to 150.
Yeah.
Sinking stick bait. It's a Florida method. Give it a go, right?
Seriously.
Nothing else is working. Try something different.
Yeah.
You keep trying the same thing over and over again and getting the same results.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
Crazy. So we're willing to do anything right now. Day 3 Polaris Supreme for a fish.
Let's do it, baby. So the cap said we're gonna pull up on a kelp patty pretty soon. There's a good chance of yellowtails, and I originally rigged this stick bait up to see if I couldn't get some of those tunas that were up higher. However, I think it might be a good bait for the yellowtails because these guys are fly lining, or we call it flatlining where I'm from, baits out and catching them. But if I can get this to the kelp patty faster than them, I feel like I've got a chance. So what I did was I just matched this with the Temple Reef Stealth STK, which is perfect for this size stick bait. And then I also have my Saltiga spinner. Come over top of me. Who's that? Who's got their line? What is going on?
Yeah, go under me there, Johnny.
I'm under, but I'm...
Go. Go down all the way down.
Okay, go. Yeah. Woo! All right, I'm ready for it. Yeah. Let me get him up. Oh. Yeah, baby. Wow, bro. Stick baits on the yellowtail. That is awesome. This is a highly sought after fish, and this is a great sushi fish. So that's a yellowtail. And what was cool was I threw a stick bait at him, an Ocean Legacy stick bait, as well as I'm using the Stealth STK from Temple Reef. So such a cool fish. Happy to get tight. Do you know that kite fishing was pioneered in Florida, basically out of Miami? And Bouncer Smith, our friend, is one of the pioneers that actually took to kite fishing. And they were using it for sail fishing back in the 60s. And it kind of took off from there. To see kite fishing go from Miami catching sailfish to California catching bluefin. What a cool progression.
And the kite is reigning supreme on the Polaris.
It is, yeah.
These last couple days. Now about to produce the second of our 3 fish.
And it's been hit multiple times though. Like
Yeah.
they have come up to smoke it many times. Which leads me to believe maybe I should be throwing a stick bait.
Or flying a kite.
Or flying a kite. So when a fisherman tells you, go fly a kite,
Yeah.
he's not saying anything mean to you. He's telling you, go fly a kite, because you might catch a fish.
So we're making our last stop here at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. We're here to pick up the processed tuna that Dr. Manny and James Keene caught. And we can't help but stop and take note in Marilee's office, the Teddy Roosevelt quote from World War I. Just take a second, read this, and let it sink in, because it resonates with us after this trip here on the Polaris Supreme.